joining us on this particular show. And our talk is by Dr. Snehalata Prasad. She is an artist, she is a sculptor, and also she is an art collector. And Sneha does a lot of events yearly, programs that are to promote and drive art. So thanks a lot, sir, for joining on this particular show. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपको देख के.
I play it also.
Sir, so हम जानना चाहते हैं how did your art journey start? You have almost 6 decades of experience in art. That's not a small journey. So क्या क्या changes आए हैं? When did you start your art journey? कब लगा कि आप artist बनना चाहते हैं?
First of all, I would like to express my hearty thankfulness and deep gratitude to Sneha Arts for bringing artists of name and fame face to face to the distinguished art-minded people. So I will be very happy talking today to the viewers and indeed be a pleasure to answer their questions also. So now coming to your question, because I belong to Patiala. Patiala, in fact, was at one time the capital of Pepsu. The Pepsu was the state created immediately after partition, that was in 1947. But that state was there for only 4 years. After that, Pepsu merged in Punjab. And Patiala was the capital of Pepsu. So I belong to that place originally. So I had my early education there. Then I joined Mahindra College, Patiala. So from there I did my FA. And after that I decided to go for a course in art. So at that time this Chandigarh College of Art, which was at one time in Shimla, moved to Chandigarh. That was in 1962. So that was the year when I joined Government College of Art, Chandigarh, for doing a 5-year course in art. But before that, in Patiala, so when I was in my early years, so we had a lot of friends. We used to play many games. So whenever it comes to the drawing of a diagram, my friends would invariably ask me, say, Prem Singh, you draw the diagram. So I, in fact, was drawing all the diagrams for the games which we have been playing at that time. So these games were, in fact, the hopscotch, as you say. Then there were other local names for that. So in a way, I did not find myself as an artist, but my childhood friends found in me an artist. So that is the beginning of the journey, you can say.
By any chance, do you remember the local names of those games, childhood games?
तो उसमें यही था कि जैसे 12 बीटी होती थी एक, है ना, और एक जो जैसे हॉपस्कॉच कहते हैं हम, पीचो होती थी, फिर उसके बाद जो है खड्डा होता था. So like that, there were so many games, and there were diagrams involved in that. So that was the time, when my friends would ask me, Prem Singh, you draw it. So in fact, they found in me, or they invented in me an artist. And after that, so uh, the word spread among the street also. So when there are fairs and festivals, so जो एक फेस्टिवल होता है हमारे होई माता और सांची माई जो, तो जब वो फेस्टिवल्स होते थे, देन नेबरहुड में जो है आई वाज कॉल्ड बाय the neighbors to draw the diagrams, to draw the images of gods and goddesses. So that is how my journey began as an artist. So then there were masons, at that time. So there was drawing, drawing flowers. The floors at that time was very popular. So when they came to know, that here is a boy who can draw well, so the masons used to come to me and they asked me to make floral drawings and all that, and then they were embedding it on the floor. So, but all this and that, my parents were not happy with that.
ये बच्चे को कहाँ लेके जा रहे हो रंगोली बनाने के लिए?
Concentrate more on his studies, rather than doing all these things. But in the heart of heart, they were happy that our son is getting attention and appreciation also. But their main concern was that I should concentrate more on my studies at that time.
Okay. Were you trading for chocolates, or were you charging something for some of these favors you used to do?
हमारे वक्त में ज्यादा चॉकलेट नहीं होता था, हमारे वक्त में गुड़ होता था, जो खीर खिला देते थे जो वो है ना, जैसे गुड़ खिला दिया, खीर खिला दी जो है। तो ऐसे ही एक और डिश होती थी, फिरनी होती थी, तो वो खिला देते थे। जो और कुछ नहीं तो उस वक्त दूध बहुत होता था हर एक घर में, तो दूध ही पिला देते थे कि अच्छा ये गिलास एक दूध का पी लो, या लस्सी पी लो आप जो। तो ऐसे था उस वक्त का माहौल जो। तो सर और एक जो मुझे अच्छी बात लगी कि जो उस वक्त जो था कि जो कल्चर वॉज वेरी मच अलाइव जो है। तो उस वक्त जो है जो वैल्यूज हैं वो ज़्यादा डिस्कस होती थी, जबकि हम आज देखते हैं कि आज पॉलिटिक्स ज़्यादा डिस्कस होती है और वैल्यूज़ की कोई बात ही नहीं करता जो है। ये बहुत बड़ी चेंज आई है। उसी वैल्यूज़ में जब हम उनके साथ बैठते थे तो बाकी चीज़ों का तो हमें पता चलता ही था जो है, लेकिन जो सबसे अच्छी बात उसमें यही लगती थी कि जब वो बातें करते थे तो उसमें से जो मतलब मुझे जो हासिल हुआ वो ये हुआ कि वहाँ से मुझे पता चला कि एक अच्छा इंसान जो है कैसे बना जा सकता है। तो ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा वहाँ पे उनके जो उस वक्त बैठते थे, क्योंकि हर एक मोहल्ले में कुछ शाम को बुजुर्ग बैठते थे, तो उन्होंने आपस में बातें करनी, तो हम भी कभी जाके उनके साथ ज्वाइन कर लेते थे जो है। तो उनकी बातें सुन के जो है बहुत अच्छा लगता था हमें जो है, क्योंकि उस वक्त जो है जो ट्रस्ट था, एक जो है ट्रस्ट था, एम्पैथी थी और एक लव था जो एक दूसरे के लिए जो है, विच इज़ नाउ जो है फास्टली डिसअपियरिंग इन टुडेज लाइफ जो है। तो वो चीज़ें जो है अब मतलब जब हम कंपेयर करते हैं तो वी सी ए ड्रामेटिक डिफरेंस ऑफ लाइफ बिटवीन। तो दूसरा जैसे आपने ये फिर जैसे जैसे ये मेरा जो आर्ट का जो इंटरेस्ट बढ़ता गया, तो उस वक्त क्या था कि मेरी मदर थी, वो शी वॉज वेरी गुड एट वीविंग दरीज, एम्ब्रॉयडरिंग, फुलकारीज जो है। तो उस वक्त एक जो बहुत फेवरेट कल्चरल मोटिव था वो शेर का था, जो लाइन का जो है। तो वो जो है मतलब हमने जो देखा कि हमारे सामने जो है शेर मतलब बुना जा रहा है, वीव किया जा रहा है दरियों में, है ना, फुलकारी में। तो फिर जब हमने थोड़ा सा ये जो सितंबर से लेके दिसंबर तक का जो हमें बहुत अच्छे लगते थे महीने ये, क्योंकि इसी में सारे त्यौहार आ जाते थे इंडिया के जो है। तो इसी त्योहारों में जो है तो हमें जो है सब कुछ मिल जाता था, आर्ट भी मिल जाता था, डांस भी मिल जाता था, ड्रामा भी मिल जाता था जो है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें में पार्टिसिपेट करके बहुत अच्छा लगता था। तो जैसे ये मैं बता रहा था, शेर की बात बता रहा था कि जो शेर को देखते देखते जो है मुझे इनफैक्ट ये चिंतन हुआ जो है कि मेरे अंदर भी आर्टिस्ट है। पहले तो लोग कहते थे ना मुझे आर्टिस्ट, तो वो कैसे हुआ ये था कि जो शेर में अपनी मदर को दरियों में जो फुलकारी में बुना हुआ देखता था, वो शेर वैसा नहीं था जो उस वक्त मेले और त्योहारों के जो क्ले टॉयज मिलते थे उसमें मिलता था।
Okay.
हाँ, तो दूसरा ये है कि तीसरा जो है हमारे मोहल्ले में कुछ ऐसे घर थे जिनके बाहर जो है शेर की तस्वीरें बनी हुई थी। तो उसके बाद जो है मतलब फिर क्या था कि मेरे जो पिताजी थे जो है, माय फादर यूज्ड टू वर्क इन द पैलेसेस ऑफ महाराजा पटियाला जो है। तो जब कभी छुट्टी होती थी स्कूल से जो है वो हमें साथ में ले जाते थे। तो वहाँ जो फिर पेंटिंगें देखने को मिलता था, बड़े हंटिंग सीन्स हैं, ये है शेरों का जो है, तो वो सारा कुछ देखने। फिर उसके बाद सर्कस जो है साल में एक बार जरूर आती थी हमारे, तो वहाँ शेर को देखने का वो मिलता। तो ये सबको मतलब ये लगा कि जो मेरी मदर शेर बुन रही है वो शेर वैसा नहीं है जो मिट्टी में शेर है, लेकिन फिर भी शेर लगता है। जो मिट्टी में शेर है वो वैसा नहीं है जो दीवार पे शेर है ना, लेकिन फिर भी वो शेर लगता है। जो दीवार पे शेर है वो वैसा नहीं है जो मतलब जो वेस्टर्न आर्टिस्ट की पेंटिंग में महलों में लगा होता है ना, वो वैसा नहीं था, लेकिन फिर भी शेर था। लेकिन उसके बाद जब हमने सर्कस में गए जो है, तो वो शेर हमें वैसा ही लगा जैसे हमने वेस्टर्न पेंटिंग में देखा था। तो इससे ये मतलब हमें मुझे ये एक तरह का चिंतन हुआ कि भाई प्रेम सिंह, अगर आप आर्टिस्ट बनना चाहते हो तो आपको अपना शेर ढूंढना पड़ेगा, आपको अपना शेर जो है क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा। एंड फ्रॉम देन ऑन जो है, आई एम इन क्वेस्ट ऑफ माई ओन लाइन। तो
Super.
ये शुरू हुआ जो है ऐसे।
Super. So a lot of people joining, watching this particular show. So anybody who has any comments, questions, compliments for Prem Singh ji, feel free to share while he is live. If you have questions, we will ask. Ajay Samir ji, hi बोल रहे हैं. Hello, Prem ji. And Harish Rao ji, already he's asked one question. How do you seek out opportunities? So this is the first question. And Remy ji, good evening sir बोल रहे हैं. And Vinay, great talk is going on. That is Vinay Vadera. And Remy ji, quite informative and motivational sir. You know, I think your journey is superb. I mean, your childhood journey is superb, very unique. So would you like to answer this particular first question? How do you
Yes.
seek out opportunities?
In fact, I don't seek out opportunities. I just concentrate my art. So when I concentrate my art, I wait for the moment to make art happen for me. So in fact, I don't force myself to create a work of art. So that is the main focus of my creative activity. So because I'm not a marketing person to seek opportunities. So if whatever I feel within me, if I am able to express, so I think there ends my role as an artist. Because I consider art as one of the important vehicles to cycle my emotions and feelings, ideas and thoughts, hopes and dreams and aspirations. So that is the role of an artist that I am trying to, in fact, perform it. So I don't seek opportunities. So when you are an artist, if anybody looks at my work of art, and if he expresses or reacts to that, that reaction is in fact a reward for my creation. So that is what I in fact seek for, because I also believe that art is one of the vital means of seeking relationship with the people. So if you are known by your work, only then you should claim to be an artist. Otherwise, by saying yourself that you are an artist means nothing. Right? So that is how I am, in fact, living day by day, because the creativity, there's no end to it. It goes on and on. Every day you face new challenges, many things which you have to resolve. And sometimes resolving things takes weeks together. This creativity is such a journey which keeps you involved and keeps you thinking as well. So that is very important, and that is the process which I thoroughly enjoy. The painting that challenges me most, I think I learn from that painting the most.
So, what category of art do you personally, focus on? If we have to look back at, all the paintings that you've done, after you took this as a profession, or as an artist. So, what category you focused on? Was it like figurative, or were you focusing on a specific theme?
In fact, when I joined College of Art, that was in 1962. So I did a 5-year course in the art. So I, in fact, did all that what was there in the academics to learn. So I started as a figurative painter. And moreover, I was also carrying the folk traditions that I have lived through. So my work is, in fact, is a combination of my own culture, which I have lived through, and the culture that I am living in now. So it's a combination of that. So I started as a figurative painter. Slowly, gradually, I was moving towards this semi-figurative, and ultimately, I'm into abstraction now.
Oh.
This is
For,
my
yeah, for the people who have not seen Prem Sir's artwork, so I have a quick video which showcases his artwork. So, in the meanwhile, we'll come back with all the questions that are being asked here. So, superb artwork, sir. We are back. I do have some questions about the art which I've seen. Before that, we will read some of the comments here. We do have a question from Mr. Harish Rao, and I'll read the comments and then ask the question. Artist Prajta Amol is saying great talk. Niku Guleria is saying Namaskar Premji. Good to hear about your part of the story and the way you created your own way of looking at things. So this is from Niku. And
thank you so
Manjit Sodia is saying very good human being. He's complimenting. Aparna Anand Singh is saying Namaskar Prem sir, wonderful and inspirational as always. Manjit Sodia is saying got an opportunity to meet you. विनय वदेरा जी बोल रहे हैं, ग्रेट टीचर, ग्रेट ह्यूमन बीइंग एंड ग्रेट आर्टिस्ट प्रेम सिंह जी. Neeraj Sharma is saying, always a learning experience while listening to you. Proud to be your student. Even after passing out from GCA in 1992, still look upon you for guidance. So this is from Neeraj Sharma, who's a great fan of yours, a student of yours, but still connected. So we'll come back to the question by Mr. Harish Rao. When do you feel?
That's a very good question, because when you sit in front of the canvas, so the whiteness of the canvas is very scary, because it asks you, well, the painting has been done for so long, what is so special in you that you are playing with my virginity? So that is the very first question, when I sit in front of the empty canvas, that canvas asks me. So if I don't have the inspiration to give a visual voice to the inner voice, I have no right to play with the virginity of the canvas. So with this resolve, with this conviction, I face the whiteness of the canvas. Then the whiteness of the canvas is very scary, So what I do, just to ward off the scariness of the canvas, whiteness of the canvas, so I fill up the canvas with one color. That color could be any color. So that is the first stage of my painting. So I just fill that up. So then when I fill that up, that some scariness of the whiteness of the canvas disappears. When I contemplate over the filling of the canvas, so I feel that there is some kind of hidden rhythm even in the filling up of the canvas. So then I try to work on that rhythm, finding my own roots. Some roots are suggested by the stroke, some roots I find at my own. So that is how the journey began. So now coming to the question. So when you paint, you in fact are in a dialogue with the canvas. So I think when the painting is complete, when I take the position of a painting and painting takes the position of me. So that is the stage, I think. That is the stage, I think, that my painting is now no more need me, because we have swapped the places now. There is no difference between the now.
Got you.
Like two souls becoming one. So I in fact, I don't take a canvas as a non-breathing object. So when I paint, so we both breathe our feelings into each other. So then a stage comes when you feel a sense of completeness. So then you don't feel that you are now physically doing anything. So that soul talk when starts and swap the positions each other. So that is the stage I think my painting is complete.
Superb, superb. Very in-depth, way of looking at it. So we have some more comments. Always a learning experience while listening to you. Yeah, that was from Neeraj. Then Niku Guleria is asking, what are the main factors which make you unique in your expression of art?
No, in fact, when one confronts life and nature, so you experience this. So then a stage comes when certain experiences urge for expression. So that is the time when you sit in front of the canvas and start painting it. So as I have said it earlier, that it's like giving the visual voice to the inner voice. So unless there is an inner voice, so how can you give it a visual voice? So the idea is that whatever you are doing, you are thinking, you are painting, it must come from your within. So from within, I mean whatever you have experienced, because you live each and every moment. So one time you breathe out, other time you breathe in. So whatever you breathe in, and when you breathe out, in fact, that is that very moment which you have lived through.
Did any of the time this your inner voice get influenced by some unrest, or any of the incidents happening around, and you've converted that as a painting?
Yes, in fact, like this 1984 riots. So in fact, this happened in November, after the assassination of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. So, but in the third week of November, my show was fixed at the Shri Adhrani Art Gallery. So everybody advised me, don't go there because situation is not good. So it's a big risk to go there and exhibit at this point of time. But somehow I decided to go ahead with that. I went to Delhi, had a show, and that show was for 1 week. But the experience that I have had during those 7 days by moving in Delhi, right from my reaching the Delhi bus stand to my place, and then commuting Delhi to the gallery and back home. So that, in fact, gave me an experience which completely shook me. So then my show was over. So after that, I came back to my studio in Chandigarh. And you won't believe it, for 3 months, I couldn't do anything. I was in such a state of shock at that time. Then after 3 months, I started hearing voices from within. The voices of silence in pain. Then I first doing drawings and then painting. So I did 2 series. One, that of drawings, which I entitled Images from the Scarred City. And the painting is Cry the Beloved Punjab. And you won't believe it, so I was under strict vigil by the CID.
Oh my
So
God.
what this man is doing. So I had in fact, tough time during that, because I exhibited these images of scarred city drawings in Calcutta. So Calcutta's All India Radio, they fixed my interview in their program. So when next day the reviews appeared in the newspaper, images of the scarred city, images of the massacre, and this and that. So when I went to the All India Radio station, they got so scared, and they just refused to take my interview. They cancelled it.
Oh.
So that was the time, so I was experiencing all that. But I exhibited that first in Chandigarh, then in Delhi, then in Bombay, then in Calcutta. So I exhibited all over. So, but I'm happy that those drawings of mine have been profusely written by some of the very well-known art critics also. Even Khushwant Singh has written 3 pages about them.
Yeah, superb.
So those drawings you might have included.
Yeah. So are those scary faces and women with white?
I was in fact very specific in in creating an image. The image is that of a veiled woman. There are no faces. So in fact, if you have a look at the history of art, majority of the artists to express humans and feelings, they have emphasized on facial features or gestures of hands. But in my drawings, you will not find any one of them. So my idea was to convey the whole tragedy through the folds of the drapery and the way that the women, the postures of the women. So all that, that the silent cry. So one was the cry of Edward Munch, no? The other that was the silent cry, so which I experienced in Delhi. But finally, I got to hear it through my drawings and paintings. So even there is one incident when these paintings and drawings were on display. So one of the at that time, Dr. Karan Singh, he came to my show. So then there was a lady who was looking at my work. So he just approached me. So may I know who is the artist? So I told her that I am an artist. So then you tell me that why you have not painted the faces. So before I could answer that, Dr. Karan Singh said that so that you could put your own. So Dr. Karan Singh answered on my behalf that so that you could put your own face on it. So that in fact was the series, was the time, which was in fact quite risky for me to take up such a task, being a government servant also. But I did it, and I am here with you now.
Of course, sir. We have some more compliments coming in. Geeta Vadera is saying great artwork from a great person. विनय वदेरा जी पूछ रहे हैं, सर प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट योर प्रेजेंट वर्क्स ऑफ लेफ्ट हैंड ड्राइंग ऑन प्रेजेंट सिचुएशंस. Left hand drawing, okay, this is interesting. Please.
Yeah, in fact, about 25 years back, so it just came to my mind, see how all the time you are drawing and painting with your right hand, so why not try this left hand? So I did a series of Lord Ganesha with that, because this Lord Ganesha's blessings with me, so I started drawing with left hand.
Okay.
So in that I found, when the right hand is your dominant hand. So when you draw, you are definite about your line, it will go. But when you are drawing with the left hand, you are not. You are so unpredictable. You do not know where the line will take you. So that is the basic difference. And moreover, the difference of a movement, because the right hand is moving like this, and left hand is moving like that. So these are then one of the art critics, asked me at that time, so what difference you find between drawing with the right hand or drawing with the left hand? So my answer to him at that time was that when I draw with my left hand, it gets me more closer to my childhood.
True.
Because if you look at a child, when he draws or paints, there's not much of biological control over it, right? So I feel the same when I draw it with my left hand. Because when you're drawing, you're unpredictable. And sometimes, but when you draw in that situation or with that feeling, so you feel that the joy of creativity is much more than drawing with the right hand. So that is why, I started by drawing during the lockdown period, because I came to Chandigarh in March 2020, and since then I'm here only. So my studio is there. So The only thing I could do is the drawing. So then one day I thought of doing the drawing with my left hand. So, and as I have told you that I live each and every moment, and my drawings lies in those moments.
So,
So, yeah.
so
So that is
Mr.
very important. Whatever you want to do, if you are not gone through that situation, so I don't think that you will be able to draw what your inner wants to draw you.
So apart from being an artist, Prem Singh ji as a person, if you have to define you as a person, some three words, keeping art aside, keeping the artist aside.
My name defines me. I am Prem Singh because one of the professors in the university, once defined my name, So I will share with you that. So he defined this way, Prem is okay. Hmm? So when you add Singh to it, that means you can't take him for granted. And another thing is that which I want to share with you is that when we were growing, there was more of love in the society. So I sometimes think maybe my parents named me because of that very situation, that very culture. So I am Prem Singh, and I even wrote in my catalog that I hardly remember if I ever lose a friend. I've never lost a friend because, and when I wrote to me, Prem Singh, one thing is ensured now that you will not leave us. So, so my name defines itself, and how others define it, I have also
You're
shared.
also curious to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, please define Prem Singh ji if you're known him for a long time. Do put it in the comment. My next question, sir. We will also go through some of the comments coming in. Uh,
जी,
we see an artist who are artist बोलते ही हम लोग first thing we visualize is somebody who's really peaceful, calm, composed, and somebody who's अपने धुन में रहते हैं and all that. What is your definition? Have you seen variation based on your like 60 years of experience? Have you seen artists who are otherwise also, who are not calm and composed, who have anger, uh, frustration, ये भी रहते हैं या is are the artists typically somebody who are always in their own dhun?
I don't experience frustration or anger, but I certainly experience I'm into my I even enjoy more while I'm in pain.
Okay.
That I undergo at that time. So that is a kind of a pain as well as a pleasure. So far as this anger and this frustration or desperation is concerned, I think there's no better player than expressing yourself. So when you're expressing yourself, where lies the anger? Where lies the frustration?
Then
So
no
that is
bond.
all. Yes, that is all important. And my anger or my pain or my the frustration that you may find in a different meaning in my images. So because I think that an artist is a man of concern. So whatever he does out of the experiences that he had and the concerns as an artist or being a sensitive person. Because I think that an artist bears the testimony of the life he lived. because an artist is not that who paints 50 pictures or 100 pictures or 500 pictures. An artist is, in fact, a journey of commitment, competence, consistency, and continuity.
Got it. Got it.
Yes, yes.
So we have some more comments coming in. Rauf Qureshi ji बोल रहे हैं beautiful. Sujata Raina is again complimenting beautiful. Sonia Kansal is saying Namaskar Prem sir. Rameji is saying all paintings are amazing sir. Sujata Raina is saying Namaskar. Sonia Kansal is saying great artist and regards with a lot of bouquets for you. Artist Pragchita, sorry if I'm spelling your name wrong, Amol. Why the figures are without face details? Any story behind this? Please explain. So I think sir just answered this.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm reading this after a couple of questions, so that's a reason some of these things have been addressed. Kirti B. Bhaskar, the sublime beauty expression are the soulful expressions in your paintings, sir. So this is a compliment for you. नीरज शर्मा जी बोल रहे हैं सर माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट व्हाट मेड यू ड्रॉ विथ लेफ्ट हैंड ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन पीरियड so I think you also answered this, but anything you want to add for Neeraj Sharma ji?
No, in fact, the first lockdown was imposed. That was on 24th March 2020. So we never thought of it that within 4 years, no, 4 hours, we will be confined to our place only. But we were forced to live indoors. That was the first time I experienced that I am living in a house which has no doors, no doors at all. So that was for the first time I experienced it. So when there are no doors, so you can imagine the life of a creative person. Well, then, of course, that being a creative person, this intrinsic motivation, that in fact takes you to your profession or your vocation. And moreover, we were not prepared for that. And we came here just for a week or so. So there was nothing left in the house. And finally, I in fact got a bottle of ink which was lying in my cupboard for the last 40 years.
Wow. And it was intact? It didn't dry up?
No, it didn't dry up because it was sealed. So when I opened it, of course I added little water in it. Then I stir it well. And that is how I started expressing myself. Because, as I have already told you, that whatever you breathe in, you breathe out. So we were in such a situation, imagining all sorts of things. And after the third lockdown, one of my friends, in fact, telephoned to me, so how is the life? One thing I feel that the house in which I was living, previously it was quite suffocating to live in that situation. But now I feel that my house is opening up. So I feel more space in my house, although it is still doorless. But I am more happy now because I feel more space around me now, which was at one time very suffocating. So that is how I, in fact, have gone through it. Then, of course, so there was nothing, not even newspapers were around. So we were in. I did my drawing, then that ink bottle ran out. So there was no shops, nothing of that. Then I found that there was many old newspapers or papers that were lying all around me. So I, in fact, started making collages. So I made about 30, 40 collages at that time.
Wow.
Then after that, I again, when the shops open and the art material, and some of the students even telephoned to me, sir, we can order online this and that. No? So even I ordered a few books online also on Amazon. Even they were not able to deliver me the books as well. So I thought that no, I have time, I will read a few books. But the Amazon's people, they refused to deliver the books as well. So that was the time. But somehow, so in introspection, so we discovered more of ourselves in that situation. And the voices within became more audible. And with whatever the material around us, so I started using it, and they are all there now.
I
So
love the
some,
concept of your doorless house.
yes, in fact, I have made some collages, so where I have shown the door is there, because even our honorable Prime Minister announced that you draw a Lakshman Rekha.
Hmm.
So, so we were in fact confined to that Lakshman Rekha all the time. So the experience was so scary. So then I also studied that how the creative persons they did all when the Spanish uh, plague,
Hmm.
that 1918. So how the creative people were reacting to it. There was one artist, Edward Munch. He did a lot of work at that time.
Oh.
So then when we see that even during such hard times, this pandemics like William Shakespeare and a lot of them, even that this Eric Newton, what Newton, the theory of gravity, was also invented during that time.
Oh, surprising facts.
Yes. So I read all about that. So the only thing that was the internet was available at that time, so you can browse on the net, and
Hmm. Yeah.
try to get as much information as you can, so like that. So then even I did a series of drawings on COVID-19 as well. So how the people were reacting. Then there was a mass migration also. That in fact gave me a lot of pain at that time. So they also found expression in my. So I was in fact looking at life caged and life outside. So whatever I could do, whatever my imagination could dictate me at that time. So I did all that. So they are with me. So maybe when the situation becomes normal, so now it's a new normal, but let the situation become normal. Maybe I'll exhibit that as well.
Superb. Superb. So, thank you for sharing those interesting facts.
Yeah.
So we have Sonia Kansalji saying hi. Rahul Lorani is saying excellent. Ravinder Sharma ji is saying always a pleasure to listen to you, dear sir. The words that spring from the soul enlighten. Then we have Geeta Vadera. We can see the rhythm in your abstract painting. Is that related with the harmony within? Does it also mean that our journey within comes on the canvas as its own? Your view, sir.
No, in fact, the painting that Geeta is talking about, so when I moved from the semi-figurative, to the into abstraction, so my concern was that that I was filling up the canvas to word of the sketch. So whatever I could found in the brushstrokes of mine while filling it up. So I try to, in fact, line that also with charcoal. So in those paintings, so I could hear the chirping of the birds, the transcendental light, even the music of the soul. So for me, it's like the changing of the season. I love traveling. So I have traveled to Europe, UK, Canada, and USA. So this fall is the most favorite season for me. So once I lived in Canada throughout the fall. So when I came back to India, so I could tell my friends that if I close my eyes for the next 5 years, I can paint from that experience. The experience was so enriching of the fall, and I have done a series of. So in my painting, when I was a figurative painter or a semi-figurative painter, everybody was coming to my show and looking at my work, asking, "What is it?" But from the day on, I have gone into abstraction and painting all the rhythms and movements. So none ask me. Now people tell me. I find music in it. So I find spring in it. I find winter in it. So that is the good thing that happened in my journey. And moreover, so once I was in Hungary, so I was in the countryside. So it was the month of January, I think. So one morning when I got up, so there was all snow. So that was the time when I realized how I, in fact, learned the lesson in simplicity from nature, because the day before I was seeing many things there, but in the morning I could see only what the nature wanted to see me. So that is the kind of simplicity which I have never experienced before. So I think it's a blessing from the nature. So sometimes you make an effort to simplify things, but how nature simplifies these things, if you understand that. So I think that the simplification happens for you. So I think it's the biggest lesson that I, in fact, learned from nature at that time. So even I compared my days as a student, as a journey as an artist. I never thought of this. This is one way of simplification of things. The snowfall. So from then on, I am now in fact trying in my new canvases. So when you look at a empty canvas, so there is an immediacy in the artist to fill that up. As I was telling you that it was very scary for me. Now I feel that instead of adding things to that white space, it's time to get things out of the canvas. So that I realized only after I experienced the snowfall there. So there is no need to enter things into the canvas. It's the time to get things out of the canvas. Yes. So that is now my journey. And sometimes your friends give you such encouraging comments. Once I had a show in Sridharani. So that was in August. There's a lot of humidity, no rain at all. So the day my show opened, so it rained. And one of my friends who was a very respected and senior artist, उसने बहुत अच्छा मुझे कहा कि प्रेम सिंह तेरे शो से मौसम बदल गया जो तो ये जो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा जो है तो ऐसे ही उसी शो में ये एक बार ये शमशाद आया था, जो हुसैन साहब का जो बेटा है। तो वो एग्जीबिशन देख के तो मैंने शमशाद को पूछा, मैंने कहा शमशाद कैसा लगा मेरा शो जो है। तो उसने बड़ी अच्छी बात कही थी, मुझे वो बहुत याद है अभी भी, अब तो वो नहीं रहा बेचारा जो है, कि प्रेम सिंह जब मैं तुम्हारी पेंटिंग देखता हूँ तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है जैसे मैं कुरान पढ़ रहा हूँ। तो
Super.
ये, हाँ, जब ऐसे कमेंट्स मिलते हैं आपको जो है, तो आपकी एनर्जी जो है मतलब एक तरह की इंक्रीजेज मैनी फोल्ड. So that is the kind of appreciation which is needed in the society. But sometimes we measure this popularity or the success, you know, by other means. But if you have such friends who can honestly speak from their heart, so what more than you need? I think the journey of an artist is rewarded then.
So we are almost close to 1 hour, sir. So we will read the last set of comments, and I have the last question for you. Artist Pragja Amol is saying beautiful answer. Got mine also. So you addressed her question. Sujata Raina is saying great talk. Sonia is saying is talking about that's your lockdown journey, sir. So basically, she's asking about the lockdown journey you had. Neeraj Sharma ji is giving a math equation which says Prem Singh equal to living encyclopedia of art. So I think this is also one of the compliments you should remember. Very nice, Neeraj Sharma ji. Very nice way of putting the compliments across. Tanshing Joseph is saying hi Prem Sir ji, well said. Vinay Vedera is asking, sir, please talk about the content of present work of drawings. So, yeah. So, would you like to answer that?
No, I think my drawing itself talks, My drawing itself talks. So I need not to elaborate it further. Because when I draw, so I only draw when I hear the voice from within. So if an image is born out of you, so the people who understand me, they understand my art as well. So that way, I think at times you need to explain, but even I don't believe in that. Sometimes people say that is title important to a work of art. So I believe that if you are to give a title, the title should be like a clue. With that clue, you enter into the painting, and then leave him free to use his own imagination. Because looking at a painting, you need to have a yogic-like concentration. Only then you can, in fact, enjoy the very depth of the ecstatic experience.
True.
So that is very important. That yogic concentration is also needed at the time of creation also. So when you are looking at it, even that yogic concentration is all needed for that, to get into the depth of the experience. Yeah.
Got it.
So, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Iveta is saying thank you for the opportunity to see and hear you, sir Prem Singh. Manjit Sisodia, Professor Premji, your interview has such a pleasant expression. Very nice. Singh Kulpreet is saying, Sat Shri Akal Sirji, I saw all your left hand drawings. Do you feel Sat Shri Akal ji? Sorry, I read it wrong. Sat Shri Akal ji, I saw all your left hand drawings. Do you feel the control on your left hand is increasing day by day? So, do you feel any?
No. In fact, I am branded as ambidextrous, who can work with both hands, ambidextrous. So it is just a moment. You never know. So when that moment comes, and you start doing it, and sometimes you're successful, sometimes you're not.
So, sir, there is one more viewer. The name is in Russian. Sorry, I cannot pronounce the name. But we would like to thank the organizers of the meeting with the wonderful artist Prem Singh. Very interesting. Good presentation of the paintings to music. Very impressive. Thanks a lot. Sorry we couldn't get your name, but wherever you're watching from, thanks for the compliments. Dr. Akanksha Dave is saying really great. And Monica Sharma is saying wonderful listening to you, sir. And the idea of emptying the canvas, painting white on white, filling the scariness with the dignity and beauty. Divinity and beauty. So it's awesome. Keval Kishan is saying excellent. So thanks a lot, audience, for sharing all these comments, compliments, and questions for Prem Singh ji. So before we end the show, I would like to ask you any suggestions for the upcoming artists. You have 6 decades of experience, 60 years of experience as an artist and various forms as an artist, as an academician, as a principal, as a person who has met other eminent artists. You've seen other eminent artists' journey, and you've seen all the latest artists who've got into fame. So your suggestions for upcoming artists and people who are out there.
So, because my suggestion to the young is that so if you are aspiring to be an artist, so always remember 4 things. One is that commitment, the other is competence, and the third is consistency, and the fourth is continuity. So if you possess all that, so then the world is yours. So this is my experience as an artist, as a teacher. So these 4 things, remember always this: commitment, competence, consistency, and continuity. Yes. And with these words, I also thank all my viewers and all the art-minded persons who have asked me many questions. So I think I have, to some extent, answered to their questions. But otherwise, if they feel that they're not satisfied, so they are all ask me, meet me. So I'll be happy to interact with them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for sparing your valuable time. And thanks to Sneha Arts for organizing this particular thing. And I personally got an opportunity to meet eminent artists like you. Wonderful journey, very calm, and the way I could interact with you is like very calm and composed. So, and thanks for giving a lot of importance to the students, because with the comments and compliments I can see how many people are following your art, and how much fan following you have. So again, thanks a lot. And audience, thanks a lot for awesome compliments and questions. Just in case if I missed any of the comments or questions, my apologies, but we'll try to address that offline. Again, thanks a lot. Have a great evening from Sneha Arts. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you so much, and I'm thankful to Sneha Arts once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends. Have a great evening.